This is the response, one of the responses I got from that leg sweep video last week. And if you're new to my podcast, there's a video up on YouTube. I guess it got taken down where this guy hits on this girl. She doesn't, she's not having it, so he gives her shit. She gives him the finger. He calls her a bitch. She throws a drink in his face, and he goes up. You think he's gonna blast her in the face, and he just gives her a fucking leg sweep that it should have been done in Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It was fucking tremendous. All right, here we go. So this woman wrote me. She goes, Bill, I can't believe you didn't notice that she was visited with violent behavior first. This is the girl in the video. Because I was sitting there saying I thought the video was funny because the girl threw the drink in his face. And even though you should never hit a woman, I just think that's outrageous in life to think that you can throw a drink in somebody's face. I just know if I did it, within 2 seconds I would be on the ground getting fucking pummeled. And I don't know. There was just something funny about it. So anyway, she goes, I can't believe you didn't notice that she was visited with violent behavior first. Watch it again, and you'll see him violently poke at her. All right, first of all, how fucking hilarious is that? Violently. Have you ever heard that expression in your life? Violently poked? There's no such thing as being violently poked. All right? It's called stab. That's violent. Actually, my gym teacher used to violently poke me in the chest, fucking cocksucker. He didn't. He gave her a little fucking poke. He did it one time to her fucking shoulder. That was it. He was just trying to annoy her. But anyway, she says, by the way, it's not very complimentary to a grown woman to be shown that he has a crush on her by punching her. He didn't punch her. Anyway, she goes, I can't believe you're not allowing her to do the only thing she can, toss a drink at him, since she can't beat him up. Do you honestly believe that her throwing the drink equals his kick/knock to her on the skull? Shame on you, you bastard. So I wrote her back. I said, I knew this would spark some debate. I respect your point of view on it, so here's mine. Violently poked. 41 years on this planet, and I have never heard someone being violently poked. She threw the drink in his face because he called her a bitch. Then she goes, that's right, I am a bitch, and then the drink is thrown. And throwing the drink in his face was not the only thing she could have done. She could have walked away. She could have talked to whoever was in charge at the pool. She could have talked to some of the guys who were over there by her friends. There were a bunch of things she could have done, but she lost her cool. And if you're going to define the action by the guy in the video as violently poking her, then you couldn't you also address the racial undertones of her giving the man the finger and stating, do you understand this in English? The reason why the video is so funny is because the unexpected happened. He actually treated her the same way he would have treated a man that threw a drink in his face. So the reason men find the video funny, I think, is because the amount of times women get physical with us and there's nothing we can do except get punched, slap, or have a drink thrown in our face because we're never going to hit a woman, and they know it. I had a girl try to punch me in the face in a bar, and as I'm trying as carefully as possible to defend against getting punched in the face, basically I'm turning my back and covering up as this girl wailed away, the bouncer comes flying over, and what do you think? Who do you think they grabbed and tossed out? I was in an argument with the female, but so what? People argue. But because of the way things are, she can take it to a physical level while I have to try and defend myself without getting physical with her at all, only to be dragged out by the neck. If they tossed her out too, I would have been fine with it. But because she's a female, she gets to throw punches, have me kicked out, and she gets to stay in the bar while they continue to serve her more drinks. So to go back to the video, that is the world this woman is living in. I'm a girl, I can do this and nothing will happen. I can throw a full drink in someone's face and nothing will happen. Well, guess what? Something did. The exact thing, same thing that would have happened to me. And then I go on to say, actually, I would have been fucking punched repeatedly in the face. And the dude's friends probably would have jumped in too. And you know what the reaction from the other people at the pool would have been? Well, you threw a drink at his face. What did you think was going to happen? And then I guess my excuse would have been, but he poked me violently. Anyways, I've never hit a woman and I don't advocate it. That guy in the video is an animal and I wouldn't want any woman I cared about to ever date him. But the fucking leg sweep was genius and undeniably funny to me. I'm just going to read you all these back and forth. So then she goes, you have no idea what women have to put up with. All right, this is where I guess I'm a moron. These guys take such personal offense when they're turned down. He should have walked away. I will not tolerate being touched by a stranger in that way, and it is a really vulnerable feeling as a woman and makes us angry and fearful of men. Besides, you didn't hear the things he was saying. Guys like that, parentheses, in hip-hop style clothing, are the sleaziest of scumbags, licking their lips nasty. Who's hitting on you, LL Cool J? Why don't you fucking go to a nicer place? Anyways, as for the argument you had in the bar, you didn't specify. Now she's talking to me. This is classic line here. She goes, as for the argument you had with that woman in the bar, you didn't specify what it was about, what it was about, and if you were yelling in her face, as you know you probably were. ... More violent behavior. You see that? Let's stop right here. This is what I love about this type of shit. Anytime there's a group of people bitching about their situation, 9 times out of 10, when they're bitching, they end up doing the exact same thing to the person that they're bitching at that they don't want done to them. Look how you assume that immediately, I'm getting hit. I'm not hitting her back. I'm getting hit, and you're blaming me. I'm surprised you didn't ask me what I was wearing. Was I asking for it? Anyways, you want to hear the story, sweetheart? This is why this girl was punching me in the bar. All right. We're going back here about 10 years. I'm standing up now. I'm going to tell this story. My dog's looking at me. What's up, Cleo? How you doing, huh? You're a female, huh? You can defend yourself, you fucking psycho. This is what happened. I was in a bar, and I was with some buddies of mine. This group of girls is next to us. We're hitting on them, you know. We're making jokes. We're joking around. You know, you try to get women to laugh. That's what the fuck you have to do. Women, I know you don't understand that because you don't have to make somebody want to fuck you, okay? The same way I don't know what it's like to have to carry a fucking living thing inside of me for 9 months. I understand. We all have our advantages. So whatever. I'm not trying to be a douche here, but this is basically it. So we're trying to, you know, we're joking around or whatever. I had a couple drinks. They had a couple drinks. And one of them was dressed like, she looked like Rhoda on Mary Tyler Moore, right? So at one point, that girl goes up, and she goes to go to the bathroom. So I say to her friend, I go, Jesus Christ, was she a big fan of Mary Tyler Moore or what, right? Made a joke about what she was wearing. So another 20 minutes goes by. Those girls kind of peeled off. You know, we weren't really talking to them anymore. We were, or maybe we kind of were. I don't know what was going on. Sort of that type of shit. You're talking to a girl for a couple seconds, then it's not working out. So I went back. I was talking to my friend, and I guess when the girl came back from the bathroom, her friend told her what I said. So unbeknownst to me. So I'm sitting there talking to my buddy. Then all of a sudden I just hear this woman yelling, "Hey, bitch! Hey, bitch!" Right? So I look over, and she's looking at me. She's going, "Hey, bitch!" And I'm trying to process because typical me. I said some shit. I didn't remember what the fuck I said. And then she goes, "You gonna talk shit about me when I'm not around?" And then I kind of was, right as I'm putting it together, then she stood up and she fucking put her hand over. You ever see like a center in the NBA, how they fight, how they fucking throw punches like that they're trying to fucking throw somebody out at second base? That's what she did. She winds up and she's about ready to come down on the top of my head. So, because she wound up, I mean, if she fucking threw a jab, she would have fucking blasted me right in the face. And I got to admit, that would have been fucking hilarious. But because she went up and over, I was able to get my arm up in time. And I sort of like caught her wrist. So now instantly I recognize the situation. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, this girl is not going to stop. And I don't want to get hit in the face. I can't squeeze her wrist too hard. All this shit's going through my head. And I know, even though I can't see it, I know the bouncers are on their way over. And I know what the fuck's going to happen. So all I'm doing is holding her wrist as she's fucking clawing at my side. I'm sort of turned to the side. And, of course, my buddies aren't doing anything. They're sort of just looking at this point because it happened so fast. And I'm going, whoa, whoa. I was going, hey. I can't even remember what I was saying. I was just too much shit was going on. I couldn't formulate anything to say to get this girl to stop, but she just kept fucking, bitch, you fucking bitch. It was like punching me in the side. And then the fucking bouncers come over and they fucking grab me, of course, because I'm the guy. I just blew my mind. I almost have my back turned to this girl with my hand up, and she's wailing away, and they immediately go to me, and I get fucking tossed out. You know? So let me ask you this. In her world, was she justified for taking it to a physical level because I fucking made fun of her outfit? You know? That was my point about that video. I don't think that you should hit a woman. The reality of that video that I watched there on YouTube is that they're both assholes and they're both stubborn. And what happened there is what you saw when you get two stubborn people who want to get the last word in. Okay? He hits on her. She tells him to go fuck himself. Not saying she literally said that, but she basically says no. So he couldn't handle it. So he starts it. I'll give you that. He starts it. Okay? And he wants to get the last word in. So she can't let him, right? He should have walked away, but he didn't. That's, right in the beginning, he didn't. So he gives her shit. Then she should have walked away, realized he was a psycho. She doesn't. She fucking gives him the finger. Then he should have walked away, but he doesn't. He pokes her. She should have walked away then, but she doesn't. She fucking throws a drink at his face. He should have fucking walked away. He doesn't. He fucking goes up and he leg sweeps her. It's just one of those deals. Two fucking assholes who probably should be breeding and make a little fucking asshole kid, and then we'll have another dog, the bounty hunter. Huh? You see how that math works out? So anyways, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm saying shit and people don't get what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you should go around hitting a woman. I'm just saying, guys should never hit women, but women shouldn't take advantage of that by doing outrageous shit like throwing a drink in somebody's face. That is fucking outrageous behavior. And be honest, as a female, if another female walked up to you and threw a drink in your face, what would you do? Huh? What would you do? Would you just go, oh, that was mature? Do you feel better about yourself? Is Sprite is dripping down the fucking your bangs, whatever fucking. You got that Rachel Bob haircut from Friends? Huh? Look at me. Look at me with that fucking chick reference. Whatever. Oh, who gives a fuck anyways? All right.